morning everyone. Today I will be discussing the differences between mathematics and numeracy in relation to teaching and learning. I will also be providing examples on how we can use mathematics to facilitate numeracy across different areas of curriculum. To begin with, mathematics and numeracy, although commonly mistaken for each other, are individual concepts. To be considered as numerous, one needs to first know the mathematics. Therefore, identifying that numeracy and mathematics are not the same nor alternative to each other, but are both reliant on each other's development to be able to be used effectively. In accordance to the book Teaching Mathematics Foundation to Middle Years, mathematics is the science of space, numbers, quantity and arrangement whose methods involve logical reasoning and usually the use of symbolic notations and which include geometry, arithmetic, algebra and analysis, mathematical operations or calculations. Whereas numeracy requires the competency to be able to apply the mathematics into everyday situations. A student's mathematical and numerical abilities develop cohesively, where mathematics teaches the students information, techniques, formulas. Numeracy provides them with the knowledge and skills required to use the learnt mathematics in a range of circumstances. As the students begin to apply what they have learned in mathematics practically, they may be able to observe how their mathematical abilities can be used purposefully in the world around them. As educators, it's essential that we provide our students with the opportunity to use their mathematical knowledge outside of the given lesson. We need to allow them to have meaningful experiences where they are able to apply their knowledge to real-life situations. This will not only allow them to make strong connections between their mathematics and numeracy skills, but will also enhance positive feelings towards the subject as they will now understand why they are learning this information and why they need to know it. A scaffolding structure could be helpful when implementing this. As suggested by Jerome Berners' cognitive learning theory in educational psychology, children require active support from an adult when they begin to learn a new concept. As they become more independent and start to obtain the provided knowledge and/or skill, the support can gradually be taken away. For example, you can implement numeracy into your physical education lessons. If you're covering the mathematical concepts of measurements and/or time, you could implement numeracy into your activities by having your students run laps. First, you allow them to measure the distance of which they will be running with a trundle wheel. They could convert these measurements from meters to kilometers, or even down to centimeters and millimeters. Then, of course, you would have them complete the provided laps and time themselves. They can use this information to see how long it took them to run the given distance. From this, they could estimate how long it would take them to run more laps of the same distance. To extend this activity, you could gather all the data collected by the students and have them create graphs to represent the information. Even going further to tie more mathematical concepts in, such as determining mean and median, for classes' collective running and distance time. Another example of incorporating numeracy across curriculum could be inside music lessons. If you've covered the mathematical concept of counting, you'll be able to tie in numeracy by using music notes. Each music note holds a different duration. A semi-breathe is a whole note, a minim is a half note, and a crotchet is a quarter note. You can draw a series of these notes up on the whiteboard and have the children clap out the beats. You can also give the students the opportunity to create their own note sequence and then play each beat out with the class. This activity could be extended by the concept of adding and/or subtracting, using the notes to form equations. Furthermore, using a keyboard, you could teach the students about serial order, playing ascending and descending scales to how the pitch goes up with each new note or how the pitch goes down with each new note. Ultimately, it is incredibly important that we as teachers can distinguish the difference between mathematics and numeracy in teaching and learning, so we are able to implement it appropriately for our students and support their development in a way most effective for them. That's all for today. Thank you for your time.